hats on.
Dummy.
We had the Russell
helmet.
uniform.
I'm telling
Y'all had Russells in New Orleans?
We had Russell and the plastic. What was the plastic?
Plastic.
It was like a Rydell, boy.
Rydell, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Rydell.
Russell and Rydell, that's all you had.
Them Rydell helmets. Then when we first got the Dion, with the extra bar.
Man, them niggas got Nike, everything, Adidas, everything, Under Armour. I'm like, man, we had the worst uniform. We couldn't even get our helmets to match color.
Nigga, I remember when it was cold, like the game before last, nigga had sweatpants under his pants.
Anything
Real life sweatpants.
Long John.
It was always the nigga with them sweatpants.
I done had Long John.
Or the nigga with them baseball cleats. Remember the nigga?
Oh, yeah.
Why you don't take them cleats off?
It was always the nigga with the baseball cleat because you knew it because the tongue folded over the shoelaces.
They had the big flap on the side and the hole was soft.
With the metal spine, like, damn, but it's football, bro. You had
break
the
all
wrong
kind of
spot.
ankles.
They ain't care nothing about that nigga there.
Not at all.
Hell nah, but here we go. You tuning in to the Dummies podcast. I'm Stock.
I'm Joe.
And I'm motherfucking Hootie, nigga.
And like we say every week, we back like we never left because we never leave. This is episode number 10.
Dummy.
10 in the books, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. November the 17th, episode number 10. Yeah, we gotta give
Been
a good
a long
shout out.
time coming.
We gotta give a good shout out to episode 10, man. We for us it's well, for y'all it's number 10, but for us it's actually number 30, 31. Because we did a lot of practice episodes before we came out the gate with it because we wanted to make sure we had it right. And yeah, here we are, episode 10.
We done heard a lot about it too. When y'all gonna drop an episode? I've been seeing the videos. Y'all need to come out with something.
Now we got a lot of episodes.
Hey, y'all didn't want to hear them.
And them same people, I hope y'all still listening.
Right.
I'm glad y'all didn't hear some of them episodes.
Nah, but for real, shouts out to the people that do listen, man, because every week, man, I appreciate y'all because I get my text messages on Tuesdays be pumping and jumping throughout the week from people giving us feedback, from correcting us when we wrong, or just wanting to chime in on the argument. And we appreciate that, man. We love that feedback. We love y'all for sharing it, helping us grow this thing, man, because we do it for the fun of it, but we just hope that y'all get enjoyment out of it too. So shouts out to y'all for helping us. This is episode 10, and we're going to keep it moving like that. Where we at, Hoop?
Another week, man. We had another week, man. I did a whole lot of fucking nothing this week. Pretty sick this week. I was at home chilling, sleeping, watching movies, recovering. And so as y'all can tell from my voice, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm back at it. I did two things I love.
That nigga went to work for 2 hours this week.
No, I didn't. I ain't go to work for no hours. I ain't been to work since last Friday.
But he went to the gym one day and then went back home. I'm like, where you going?
Yeah, man,
I better go get in the bed.
The gym let me know I wasn't feeling good. Goddamn.
Oh,
I was falling. I damn near fell out in that bitch.
Yeah, and then they gonna tell me, man, I'm finna go sweat it out. I said, all right, go sweat that shit out you want to, bro. You need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sweat it out. Shit, that nigga went to the doctor next day, stupid head ass.
Yeah.
Well, you better use that insurance.
I damn sure used it, goddamn. Got that good old steroid shot.
Oh, you must have went to the urgent care.
Yeah. I told him. I made that request. Hey, give me a steroid shot.
No, I'm saying they give everybody a steroid shot.
Yeah.
You come to that bitch with
That's my first time ever having one.
Hey, but look, all you gotta do is request, because I requested that shot, like, hey, man, hey, I just need this. I don't think that nigga really checked me. You want that? That
The
nigga,
check was so quick,
that
too,
nigga,
fool.
that nigga a deep breath.
Let me see your
cough,
tongue.
All that.
They gonna check your blood
steroid
pressure.
shot.
Steroid shot.
Close your eyes.
Hey, but
Pull your pants down.
But to be fair, whoa.
You get in your behind?
Oh, yeah. I did.
shots
Yeah.
out. I mean,
you gotta give me some context.
I mean, you gotta give more.
Oh.
That nigga just said, pull your pants. What the
Oh.
fuck?
Yeah.
This nigga tripping.
Pull your pants down.
Come on, bro. Give us a little intro before that one. God damn. But yeah, it was a pretty good week, man. I mean, I just worked again this week. I shot down yesterday to Mobile to pick moms up and shot back. But while I was there, I stopped and I hollered at my dog Rock, man. Shouts out to Rock. Rock got the whole pull-up Mobile movement going. We got to give a big salute to my dog Rock, man. And with this being episode 10, we're going to take a shout out to Rock, man. But yeah, the pull-up Mobile movement, man. If y'all not following or you're not familiar with it, make sure you hashtag that on Instagram or whatever. Rock, my boy, at the Pull-Up Mobile, got a masquerade coming on March the 1st during Mardi Gras season. Also, he got March the 2nd, he got a big brunch, man. So I want to give a salute to him, man, because the movement been going. If y'all haven't been to the masquerade the last 2 years in the Mobile area, man, it's been a big event. We've had a great time every time we came. It's been liquor, it's been shots going. So, yeah, with this being episode 10, we gonna celebrate with a shot to the Port Mobile. We got the glasses going, $5 for them boys. Shots out to them.
Hey, Rock, you need to feel real special because I don't think we've ever taken a shot of Woodford.
We've never taken a shot of Woodford.
So you better feel special.
And I didn't want to now.
You know what I'm saying?
Shots out, pour up.
All right.
That was good and smooth out. Woo.
Oh, yeah, don't forget, go back to the urgent care. Like me going to urgent care, let me know I really wasn't sick. They had motherfuckers in there coughing up lungs.
Man.
Oh, my
Man, last time I went in there, it was a nigga sneezing, coughing, goddamn shaking and shit. I'm like, bro, like, hey, look, you in the wrong spot. You might need to go to the emergency room.
Or I need to go
I only
home.
like sit down in the house. I be feeling like, yo, y'all got them germs.
Y'all gonna make me sicker, guys.
And that nigga in that bitch like in Beetlejuice, that weight room Beetlejuice was in. Everybody in that bitch was sick.
You half dead looking mother.
Yeah, that's how that nigga was. I was like, God damn, he real sick. I'm like, damn. But yeah, shouts out to that. We got Thanksgiving coming up, man. Alumni weekend coming up in Mobile for the LaFleur Rattlers. You dig? I know the building gonna be packed, man. I ain't gonna be able to join my people this weekend, but I hope y'all have a great time, man. Everybody be safe, man. Protect it, man, because it's been under attack for a minute. A lot of people, you know, you do get a lot of backlash, but there's a lot of people, man, not even just that went to LaFleur that just show love to it, man. So y'all just make sure y'all protect it. Don't do no stupid shit. No drinking, no driving. I know that.
Drinking sit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sit.
But everybody have a good time, man. Y'all catch somebody doing something who ain't supposed to be doing something. Make sure y'all check that shit, man. Protect our school. You dig?
Shout out all my LaFleur people. Sorry, I can't make it as well.
You made it last year?
Hell no.
Okay.
But I would, though. I was going to go this year, but my folks coming up here.
Gotcha. I want to ask y'all a question about Thanksgiving. Because, you know, everybody's dishes are different, somewhat similar, though. What's some of the dishes y'all have for Thanksgiving? That's different than the normal.
Is it different?
I would say
every other Christmas, I know you ain't talking about this, but every other Christmas we'll do gumbo. But as far as Thanksgiving, every Thanksgiving the same.
Well, for us, for Christmas and Thanksgiving, gumbo is mandatory. Both of them.
Everyone?
Every single one of them. But some stuff we'll do different is stuffed peppers with seafood and ground meat, or
that usually be for Christmas, around Christmas.
We'll do it Thanksgiving, either one.
Yeah.
Or oyster
Y'all
dressing.
do gumbo for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
They're interchangeable.
Yeah.
I mean, gumbo is a cold weather.
That's why we fuck with Barron.
Kind of cold. So
nigga, it's July. You won't have gumbo.
So it's not uncommon to see it like that. But I mean, shit. For us, it was fucking dressing, macaroni and cheese, turkey, ham, greens. You got your cranberry sauces, the apple rings. Hey man, you know, speaking of cranberry sauce, you know what cranberry sauce? I hate it. I hate
trash Jello.
I hate the ones that got the little sticks and stems in them, and they be. Man,
I think that's real. I think that's real.
Man, I ain't never had that one.
Man, I done been to people's house and they got the wrong shit or something. I'm like, man, don't.
No.
That shit is trash, man. Don't
I ain't
get
never had that one.
Yeah, I think
glad
that's
I never
them
had
making real cranberry sauce. I've only had the ones out the can.
They come in the can like that, but you can buy them like that, man. I
with
know it's some
limbs.
people out there that are gonna know what we talking about. That shit trash, man. Get that shit off your table, man. If moms or whoever still making it, just give a nice suggestion to get the Jello one, whatever the little shit is, and not the. I think they hold cranberries. I think that's what that shit is.
Trash cranberry. I ain't never had it.
Stuffing is trash.
Trash Jello.
Dressing?
I like
No, not it's dressing. Then it's stuffing, like that
goes in the
stove
turkey?
top stuffing.
It's a
Who the
dressing
fuck cooks
too.
that? Where we come from, man?
No, but I've seen it.
You want
I've
some
seen it
stuffing?
before.
Stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same, that stuffing or dressing, but I like our shit because my mama and now my wife makes oyster dressing. The shit's pretty good.
Yeah, y'all like that seafood.
That shit is good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I had it before.
It's good, but I
It's
prefer
very
dressing.
close to a regular dressing.
Not really.
Well, no,
'cause
they
that-
just stuff it with seafood.
You don't use any dressing, like no stuffing. Like you use ground turkey, breadcrumbs, oysters. Like there's no actual stuffing, but it tastes like a stuffing.
Oh,
Yeah. I just want the regular stuffing. And if you're gonna throw a little turkey, some people throw a little turkey in there. Shouts out to the turkey. I'm cool with that. But yeah, man, Thanksgiving coming up, man. I like Thanksgiving, man. It ain't Christmas my favorite, but I like Thanksgiving, man. To kick back, eat, fellowship with your family, man. Eat good food again. Watch football, basketball, talk shit, drink. It's a good time, man.
That's where I'm at in life. Like, I enjoy those days I just get to sit down and fucking eat every goddamn thing, fool. Just eat all that shit. Eat that. Cook this, cook that. So I want it all, goddamn.
I just like being surrounded by family, especially good food.
That's what I really miss, goddamn. Family.
Yeah.
But you know,
And I just hate,
it's all
like on Thanksgiving, I'm good as long as, once I start eating the turkey, the damn, ain't nobody got the wing. Because I don't eat white meat. So that's all the damn turkey.
Y'all turkey or ham, guys?
Well,
It depends.
Thanksgiving is only turkey. We get a ham. My folks do ham for Christmas, not for Thanksgiving.
My folks treat both like the same as far as cooking go.
Yeah, exactly.
Exact same.
I agree. Every now and then you'll see something a little different.
Mhm.
I'm gonna just say ham because ham be really undefeated. I ain't really came across a ham that ain't good. You put the brown sugar or something on there sometime, or
Let me
like
get the
even if
cherry,
it's just
goddamn.
plain, it's good. You know what I mean? But turkey sometimes, man, turkey can be hit or miss. Sometimes it be dry. Sometimes people cook it good. Them deep fried turkeys be good when they inject it, but if you inject it too much, it don't be. So that's why I say turkey kind of can come and go, but ham always be undefeated to me.
And a ham sandwich is definitely way better than a turkey sandwich. Nobody ever got hyped over
If that
turkey.
turkey
I love them. I love.
But see, you don't like mayonnaise.
Yeah.
That turkey sandwich.
You gotta throw that mayo on there, boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, see, that's why you fucked up in life. She ain't eat enough mayonnaise.
Your
bro.
shit be dry.
Right.
Dry
Yeah, that
ass.
little dry ass turkey sandwich. Yeah, man.
Straight up mayo.
Shouts out to Thanksgiving, man. And being that it's Thanksgiving, man, you want to make sure you be thankful for the things that we thankful for, whether it's family, health, finances, home, whatever the fuck it is. Make sure you give your thanks, man. Shouts out to Thanksgiving on that.
Be thankful for it all, my nigga.
Yeah, because we don't know how life can go. You know what I mean? We don't know the direction life can take you. You know what I mean? Like I was just telling y'all this week, man, I saw like 2-3 car wrecks, and the crazy thing about them is not just seeing them, I saw them as they happened.
Mhm.
And it's just like, damn, if I was 20 seconds ahead, I could have been involved in that. You know what I mean? If I was 5 seconds back, I could have been, you know what I'm saying? So just be thankful, man, that we here, man, and give thanks, man, over the holiday season. When we eating, man, it's a lot of people who, don't have family or, don't have loved ones to share that time with.
And that's another thing. I'm glad you said that. A lot of times, because I try to be on my healthy shit. So like the day after or day after Thanksgiving, I go bring all them leftovers to the firehouse right down the street. Drop them leftovers off, man. Don't throw them away. Homeless people out here want it. They'll eat it. They'll take it. They're ready for it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to, just to piggyback off that.
Pick it back.
Be thankful for like just loved ones, friends, family, because over this year, like I've lost a best friend and a favorite uncle, but just be thankful for the times you get to spend with your friends and your loved ones.
Yeah, because like we said,
And cherish it. Ain't no room for all that. Y'all can argue and shit, but just get over it.
yeah, and we see that, people don't sometimes make amends, when they fall out, man. So
That be them people that want to get in the casket and all that shit because they ain't did what they were supposed to do.
Fool, you sound like you had a final
Fire.
destination moment, goddamn.
who, me?
Yeah.
Boy, I did, boy. That shit, boy. That shit.
I saw 6 wrecks, goddamn cars flipping before
I
they
escaped
happened.
all them hoes too. Now I floated out of that. Y'all nigga tripping. But yeah, man, just be thankful, man, because we've been seeing in the news, man. It's so much different crazy stuff going on, and I don't know if people had a chance to see this, but we saw that a black security guard, man, was responding to a shooting in Chicago, Illinois. A shooting popped off at a Chicago bar, right outside the suburbs of Chicago. And an armed security guard basically responded to the shooting. An active shooter, a live shooter, responded to the shooter. And in responding, he was able to not only stop the shooter, but apprehend him without having to hurt him, harm him, kill him, or any of that. Had him subdued. And as he was doing that, we saw that a police officer engaged the security officer. And in that, we saw that it ended with the security guard who secured a shooter who was shooting into a crowd recklessly, could have harmed a lot of other people. Not only did this security guard, again, stop this shooter from hurting other people, he didn't have to hurt him. And he, in turn, lost his life because the police lost patience with him and shot and killed him.
You say lost patience. I want to know, did they have any patience or did they just pull up shooting?
Well, when I say lost patience, that security guard who stopped his shooter, he could have shot, he could have killed, but he was able to subdue the man without firing a shot.
Patience.
And this guy, you know, they said that he had dreams of aspirations of wanting to be a police officer. We know that being a police officer is dangerous. You have to make split-second decisions. We don't want to take nothing away from, great police officers who do their job on a daily basis. But here's a security guard who hasn't went through any of the training that maybe this police officer actually went through. And he did
it the right way.
And he was able to subdue the man with no problem.
That's
only to turn around and lose his life from a police officer.
Crazy.
Man, this is another example of just cops being cowards. Like, he wasn't threatening your life. I understand you come in at a high sense, hey, it's a shooting here. But you have to be able to look at the situation and see what it is. Like, he's not pointing a gun at you. He's not looking aggressive. I just hate to keep being this person. He just seen a black guy that had a gun on him and said, oh, you must be a danger.
And I understand why you feel how you feel. I want to see it all. I want to see the dash cam. I want to see how long it went from getting out the car to shooting.
I'm pretty sure the dash cam was turned off.
And they said that a lot of the witnesses,
what he had on,
a lot of the witnesses told the police officers as they arrived, they called out the security guard's name and said that he got him. He's wearing a big security shirt. He had on a security shirt.
That's what I wanted.
He had on a security jacket. He had on all this stuff that screamed security.
That's
but
crazy.
Yet still lost his life as a result of.
Well, if that's the case, I don't need to see it. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to know what he had on.
If he had on a security jacket, yes, and people have warned you, man, one of these cops has to die behind this. And I'm talking about capital punishment. And like, not no vigilante stuff. Like, no, the chair, gas chamber, because you're committing murder.
And it's going that way. More of them are getting locked up.
Real slow.
I mean, you know. The last few that we've seen, they've been charged and things like that. So we're still waiting on the outcome of them.
Right.
There's a few of them. We're still waiting on the outcome. So we're going to see how it pan out, man. Rest in peace to the fella, man. Thanks for what you did do. Sorry that it happened that way. And we need more brothers like you, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? He
and
showed,
more cops like you as well. So.
Yeah. Because he showed the courage. You know, like somebody shooting into a crowd, and he was able to, apprehend him without taking his life. I don't know how he did it.
Shooting
we don't know
the
details of how he
get him alive.
But whatever it was he did, he was able to do it without killing that person. And see, like, you just think about the decision of the person who was shooting. I don't know what he was shooting for. I didn't see the details of that. But, here is your decision cost the life of somebody else who was trying to protect
and who probably saved your
many
life.
other people's life.
And he saved your life.
Right.
Because he could have shot
and now
you.
he's dead saving your life when you did something reckless. It's tough, man. Again, I know a lot of police officers have tough decisions to make. There are a lot of great police officers out there.
A lot of great police officers.
There's a lot of great police officers out there that do their job and take their job seriously. And then there's some that are just probably scared. They just as scared of you as you are them, and that's the scary part. You know what I mean? So, R.I.P. to that security guard, man, who lost his life in that one.
And shouts out, I know it's going to off topic, but I know we talk about when you do a lot of crazy, sick shit. So I also want to give you a shout out when you do something good. Shout out Kanye, donated $150K to the man family for funerals and family and whatever is needed. So shout out to that too.
Shout out to that. You niggas that bought his shoes that came out the other day, like, y'all niggas is some toms.
I ain't even know those shoes came out though.
Yeah, like Foot Locker re-released it, and then like
the ones that was still in the stores.
Yeah, people was posting like they little waiting thing online, like, oh, I'm waiting, or I got them. Man, y'all niggas that got them Kanye's, them Yeezys, y'all some toms. I just want to say that. Comment if you feel different.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a good deed what he did for the family. But
yes. I'm sorry, did I say that? I did say that first, right?
You said that first.
Okay.
Yeah,
you just went somewhere else too.
I ain't dealing with Kanye. Fuck Kanye. I'm still in that space. Ain't nothing Kanye can bring me back on his.
But nah, that was cool.
He just showed his hand for too many years to me. But that definitely was a great thing.
Right. Keep doing that, nigga. The good shit. Just stay away from the stupid shit.
We saw that more than 1,000 people over in California are still unaccounted for as California's deadliest wildfire enters its second week. The death toll rose to 71. When we were here last week, we were saying that it was about 6. Now they're saying that the death toll that they know of is at 71, and there's still 1,000 people that are unaccounted for in the campfire that started on November the 8th in Northern California. The list of people who are unaccounted for grew to 1,011 names, but the number may change once authorities follow up with families and confirm, if they've heard from missing relatives. We've seen more images. There was a dead image of a woman who actually survived, who went viral, was showing
driving through that shit,
driving through the tunnels and trying to make a path. And I looked at that video and I just couldn't imagine, this is fire.
I couldn't see shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's one thing, everything is dangerous. You know what I mean? Like when we see hurricanes and things like that, but just the act of seeing what she was going through at the time, and that's fire, and as her car was going through it, you see the ashes going across. You couldn't see anything.
No road.
Right. And eventually the video cut off. So I didn't know till a day later that she had made it when I saw on CNN giving her interview. But have y'all seen these images? And, we keep seeing the images that do come out of California, man. It's sad. We definitely want to give our prayers out to that community, man, as they continue to battle this wildfire that's been, 2 years in the making, man. Y'all see this? Where y'all at with it?
Definitely sad. And I think, all three of us being from the Gulf Coast, we can kind of relate to it.
I was gonna say that
in a different aspect, because we know about your house maybe not there anymore.
Just disasters.
But also, man, we come from the time where we just gonna stick it out, put a little tape on the windows. Nah, man, anytime they had that warning,
you can never do it.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
It's time to get out, especially for them two in the same thing. But go ahead.
And being that I'm not from California, we talked about hurricanes. We know what happens when a hurricane comes. You got days warning. You can see it. It's like, hey, this is, and you get, sometimes you get, for a week in advance that something's coming. Sometimes at least 2 or 3 days in advance. I wonder, I don't know how fires work. I wonder if, okay, it just abruptly starts. Okay, you get a chance, the woman who we saw on CNN. How much in advance did she know to get out of that? Did she try to think that she was going to be okay and not go? Because at that point, I'm wondering, are we treating it like snow days at work?
Right, exactly.
It's supposed to snow, I ain't going.
It's a little different for the simple fact that you can, Will Smith was giving us on his Instagram, he was giving us updates. Okay, the fire's way over there. It's close. But that still was all within one day, as far as how the progress went. But you do have a little more time because you know the fire, you know where it is, you know where it's headed, you know directly where it's headed for the most part, unless the wind blows it a different way. But for the most part, you kind of know. So those people who are within those areas, they have at least a 3 to 4 day head start. But for a lot of people, that's not enough time to relocate your whole life.
No, it's not.
Well, not even relocate your life, but at least get out of harm's way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I was listening to Rick Rubin was doing an interview with Malcolm Gladwell, and it just posted this week, but it was from last week because they were supposed to do it at his house, which was in that area. And he was like, when he got the warning, he just had enough time. All right, we're not bringing anything. Just get some stuff, get in the car, and let's go. And he was like, he barely made it out to LA or whatever. But this was in a rich part. And he was like, he don't know if his house is still there. But you don't really need that much planning. Get your bare necessities and let's go, especially with fire.
I am at that point in my life now to where I'll, at least you can try that because traffic might be crazy. You might be one of those people who get stuck in traffic. So you don't know, but I would, in any circumstances, if I could, get out of there. Because I always call my parents, hey, y'all come on down here. Get out of there. Even if it's something small.
Anytime it's category 2 or 3, hey, y'all come up here.
Yeah.
I mean,
My parents don't listen, but I tell them.
Yeah, they never listen. I might grab my black and red 11s and just put them on.
This nigga, yeah.
That's about it.
And as those fires rage, we want to make sure that we also give a shout out to the 3,400 inmates from the California Department of Corrections that's actually putting their life on the line to help battle the blazes and help put it out. I know this jumped into the news just recently with these fires, but I actually saw these guys maybe a year and a half ago fighting another fire. And a lot of those guys, I know a lot of people like, oh man, it's modern day slavery and all of that because of the amount that they're getting paid. I don't have no dog in that hunt. I don't want to fight that battle. But what I will say was from the special that I watched, not just from the article that I read, I actually read up on it and looked up on it. A lot of those guys who was blazing, who was fighting those fights, they wanted to do that. They felt like one of the guys was talking about the nuisance that he was on society. So he felt like his payback was to help fight for others who, make sure I help stop this fight or this fire. I'm sorry. Make sure that I, get people out of harm's way. Make sure that I help prevent houses from burning up. That's my way to kind of right my wrongs that I did to society. That's how he felt about it. It wasn't even about the money. He could care less about it from what I saw. It might be a different take on it, but I'm just saying from what I saw, they were excited about that.
Well, it can't be about the money because I'm glad you mentioned money because they're only getting $2 a day.
Right.
An extra $1 if it's an active fire.
That's canteen money, man.
$3
in jail. That could go a long way.
Firefighters make $74,000 a year.
I get it.
They doing this for $3 a day.
Right.
It ain't about the money. You gotta want to do. And of course,
it was a volunteer group too.
Yeah.
So shouts out to those fellas. Shouts out to those fellas.
But to me, that goes to. Oh, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Really, I just hope some type of way they get ramen noodles and honey buns for the rest of their sentence.
This gonna help. That $3 a day gonna help.
Yeah, and I just look at it from a standpoint too of when with firefighters, man, like they're learning a skill. So I just hope that when those guys, and a lot of them weren't,
give them a job.
Right, when they get out, y'all better not turn y'all nose up.
Give them a job.
Hopefully not. I can't really say
not. California's more progressive.
I was just about to say California is a more progressive state. They're doing things a lot different. They're changing a lot of laws. We just saw that Florida is reinstating voting rights for
felons.
Felons. Shouts out to Florida for leading the way on that. So Florida doing it. We know California not going to be too far behind. I'm probably already got it.
They usually hand in hand.
Right.
But on them, I'm willing to bet that they wasn't high risk.
No. You
can't be high risk.
They weren't really high risk.
Yeah.
So
it's people that's getting out in a couple of years. So do your time. Hey, and now you got experience.
Shouts out to those inmates, man.
Also the civilians as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of civilians who volunteered their time to get out there, be search parties, go out there. It was this old, she's not old, she's a retired widow. She's in her 50s. And she's part of the research team. And she's out there saying, hey, I've never saw a dead body, but I did this week.
She might be a liability. Someone might have to come save her.
Hey, but she out there finding
she out there running laps around you.
Right. That's all I was just gonna say. She better than me because I'd have been in Tier 1 or somewhere. I'm going all the way
Shouts
south.
out to her. I don't know.
I'd have been in Cabo.
And all the civilians.
Moving on, man, into more news. We saw that this is get different. We saw that studies show that the salary between Apple and Android users there's a difference. They said that on average, the people who have iPhones are averaging about $53,251 versus the people who have Androids at $37,040.
So what do you want?
There's been a long drawn battle for years about Android, iPhone, Android, and the verdict is out, man. The study's done, man. If you get an iPhone,
cash is king.
Yeah, you make more money.
Cash is king.
I'm not gonna tell y'all. I'm not gonna ask y'all how y'all feel because all you motherfuckers got iPhones and Apple products. But
what do you have? What do you have? Okay, we have 2 Androids, 3 iPhones.
But
I'm so shaky over here, guys.
The thing about so iPhone is clearly better, and you're a better person if you have iPhone. But as far as the salary thing, it's like it's only one iPhone. But the comparable Android phone costs the same amount of money. It's so much cheaper Android phone.
What you mean? There's only one iPhone.
Like iPhone 6, iPhone 7.
No, right now it's like 4 or 5 different iPhones that's active.
But there's no $99 iPhone.
There is.
What?
What's the lowest iPhone? Probably the last one that's out.
The last one that you can buy off Apple is probably 7 or 8.
I think it's 6, maybe.
Okay, even 6. That's still probably $300-$400. You could go buy an Android phone right now with no contract for $49.
You shouldn't.
But you can't. That's what I was saying. But that factors into it.
Well, it might be factoring into the part that, $37,000 to have an Android.
Right. It's just the iPhone, but like the Note 8 or the whatever the Note is or the Samsung Galaxy, the newest one, cost is the same.
This is why I'm like, I see, and we're going to be biased here, because we all got iPhones. So if you don't like our biased shit, get your platform and talk about your Android
and make more money.
Because I hate texting somebody and they come back green.
Like
that
green shit
type up. Then
you ever
like, damn, stop texting me.
You can't even see my emojis.
Then on social media, they should be moving all stupid. Man, they're stupid moving their phone.
Big stale ass
And if you
emoji.
got Android, never go live, never do any videos.
You can't do none of that shit.
That blurry shit.
The only thing them hoes be good for is taking a still picture. They'll give you a good camera now. I'll give them that. They get good cameras, and then they was first with the little waterproof stuff. But now you can't say first.
Waterproof don't matter.
I want to say first. Dad said first with everything, but iPhone gave
better.
Android the design. Like iPhone was this design, touchscreen, everything, all that. Apple was the first people doing that shit.
Hey, try this so I know what not to do.
Android is good at being the first at stuff that you really don't use that much. Like, no, you want to take pictures and
They pull out that little stupid ass pen. I don't want to write on my phone.
hell, what the hell am I writing on my phone?
I had a Palm Pilot in 2002.
Right.
Palm Pilot. Goddamn.
Nigga said a Palm Pilot.
Y'all ain't
It really did, but it was dope at the time.
What it was that the Palm Pilot?
Yeah.
The little ugly ass block in college. I remember Will had the big ass one on his side.
Yeah.
And they had big boy play. But the big Palm Pilot,
We getting
had
into
the pen.
that topic though. So look, let's
Shit, I mean,
This is it.
Might as well say that.
This
Shit,
is it.
speaking of live ass phones, shit. What was your favorite? What was your favorite? Like, nigga, I was a BlackBerry. The BlackBerry Bold for me was the livest phone I had.
well,
The BlackBerry Bold. But honestly, before the BlackBerry Bold, my favorite, and I don't know the name of it, it was a Samsung phone. Shouts out to Samsung because they back in the day in like 04, 03, 04, they used to give it to you live. I had the first video phone. It was the first, you could only take a 15-second clip. And then it came with the little chirp on the side with Sprint, man. Sprint used to give you the livest phones back then.
My shit was
Them were my top two.
I had it was 04. First video phone. It was a Motorola V300 with the 2-year contract. You remember this back in 2-year
never
contract
had
days.
that.
It was $399.
V300.
V300.
That bitch was a flip phone.
V300 flip.
V300. Motorola V300.
I got 2.
But hang on. But the funny part was because I went and looked it up today, like the specs. The storage was like 0.0005 gigabytes.
Phone numbers.
Yes, and it was only like 150 contacts, but it had the predictive text. So like when somebody
always hated predictive text.
like when somebody used to try to put their name in it, if they didn't have it, they didn't know how to really use it. So I just remember that.
I hated predictive text. Like every predictive text I ever had, I turned that shit off because that shit never talked it like me.
This shit was crazy.
Ever. It never talked like me.
It never
ever.
talked it like you?
Yeah. Hell yeah, nigga. I'm a real
Gotcha.
nigga. It never talked it like me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I know what I said. That shit never talked it like me.
My favorite, I had the sidekick simply because you flip that bitch. Goddamn. You flip that whole sidekick in the chirp.
How I do?
Sidekick was kind of trash.
I like the sidekick, fool.
I take a raise over a sidekick.
Oh, senior
I
year.
like
I don't know if this count, but senior year I had the Motorola 2-way page, and I thought I was.
I like them Nextel chirps. We all had them chirping on nigga in class. Nigga chirp him just because he in class.
Yeah.
Hey, where you at, nigga? Nigga shit.
I hated niggas that just came through because couldn't you like alert first?
Yeah. Well, like if you chirp it, that alert was the chirp. But you could come through talking or you could wait for them to respond.
Yeah.
We set rules on our shit. We had all kind of codes.
Chirp first.
Shouts out to Jack, me, Mark. Man, we had a code. Like it was a way to talk on them hoes. Like, first of all, you alerted a nigga and you waited for him to respond. Then, like, you know what I'm saying, we had codes for, you know, if it was okay to talk or not, you know what I mean? We had background check codes, you know what I'm saying? When you were trying to run a background check on somebody, you know what I'm saying? That was we used to run that 1717. So yeah, man, like we used to 1717, boy.
Yeah, no.
Shit, nigga, we had all kind of codes for that.
Them hoes ain't last that long though.
Nah, they did.
was
I mean, it was a fad, like a year and a half, and then they was out of there. You know what I mean? Technology changed. It evolved so fast, man, and that shit was null and void after that.
Back then, it was a new phone every year, but it was a different phone. Now, whereas it's the same phone every year.
Man, I literally remember the only other person I can think of, and I could be wrong, but it was me and Cooks. Me and Cooks used to get a new phone like every 3 or 4 months because them hoes used to come out like tennis shoes. And we just used to, back then you could just pay $80 or $90 and get the phone and you straight. You know what I'm saying? So we used to just switch phones just to have the coolest, newest, livest phone. And that's why I remember like Samsung and LG at that time used to give you the best phones at that time.
I remember in the Nextel era, like Al had one that had a button on it that flipped the top open because these are all, you know, like flip phones. And that was like
the clip
next
screen
generation.
The clip screen on that bitch a little bit in the front.
Yeah, and it had Microsoft Word on the flip phone. Like, why the fuck we thought that was
that
cool?
granddaddy phone at a young age.
But you know what was crazy about that Nextel? Everybody liked that shit, but every time you like looked up, it was big construction workers and shit had that big stupid ass black ass phone with it that had
shit
all that rubber wrapped around. Bitch,
it wasn't nothing but a mobile walkie-talkie.
Hey, that'd be like a little stun gun. You walk around with that bitch. So yeah, shouts out to the phone era, man. Because at that time, I mean, now all the phones. I mean, honestly, if it's Droid or iPhone, all them bitches the same. It's really no different. And them hoes is a big screen with some kind of touch on it. It ain't been nothing just like revolutionary in a minute. Like they just kind of changed it since the iPhone. Once the iPhone introduced it, it made everybody got their version of an iPhone. I mean, we gave Droid a hard time. Droid makes some good phones. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shouts out to them. No, I'm just saying like everything is the same version of that phone. So whatever.
Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all being parents or whatever, and kids probably got iPhones. Do y'all monitor their screen time? You know how you can monitor, you know, it tells you now you spent such hours a week viewing your screen. And
that's
would you monitor that?
That's something fairly new in general for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I monitor myself with it now. So, yes, I do need to be more involved with that as far as monitoring my kids' phones and what they do because, you know, they have access to a whole lot of shit that we didn't have when we was kids. We was 10 and 12 years old. Man, I didn't even have a goddamn phone at 10 or 12. I ain't have a phone until I got a job and bought my first phone. I was like 16, 15.
Yeah, but you know, it's like you said, it's different. Like for us, their phone is like equivalent to me, I think, of our video game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at their age, I spent all my time on the video game. At their age, they spend all their time on their electronics, they phone or their iPad or whatever they got. You know what I'm saying? That's where they spend their time at. As far as monitoring the screen time, I don't monitor the screen time per se on the phone. I monitor the screen time in real life. Like, nigga, you been on your phone for 2-3 hours. Put that shit up. And to this day now, like right now, honestly, I make Jordan like at 7:30, she got to put her phone up. Like, you know what I'm saying? When she come home from school, you know, you can play on it, whatever, eat your snack, whatever, but then it's time to do your homework. You know what I'm saying? You got a little homework time. And then after that, you can, you know, do whatever you want to do on your phone. But at 7:30, put that phone up. Because if you don't make them put it up, they'll
that bitch till they sleep.
I don't know what the fuck YouTube got going on that
Mesmerizing.
I like YouTube, but I go to like Breakfast Club interviews and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck these little kids find on their YouTube.
Anything.
But their YouTube, they will stay on that shit for 6-7 hours if you let them. I'm like, what are you doing? YouTubing? The fuck is? I don't know what the fuck on that shit.
Watching kids play with toys.
Man, she looking up.
Go play with your goddamn
What
toys.
celebrities eat? What the fuck kind of shit is this to YouTube, man? Goddamn, you don't want to watch TV? I caught myself like, don't you want to watch TV? Goddamn.
No.
But then I'm thinking like, damn, TV trash too.
That's exactly, goddamn. That's their TV.
Nah, man. So I made her put that phone up, man, and it's still a constant struggle because they connected to it. We all connected to it. So it's kind of like I'm making her put the phone up, but I'm looking at my shit glued in my hand.
Right.
Texting in the group and
Put
shit.
your phone up.
I'm grown, goddamn it.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a constant struggle.
I think it's different for the simple fact that they're still kids, man. They're impressionable. We're adults. We pretty much know what we like. So the shit we gonna look at is the shit that we like. Yeah, we'll learn some new stuff here and there, but they can still see some things that will have an effect on them. And they'll be like, hey, I saw this on the internet. I want to do this. Simply because it's on the internet. So as kids, you got to be more involved with that, man. Control it. Make sure you know what they're looking at, you know what I'm saying? And just stay involved with it.
Right.
Cool.
Moving on into entertainment news. I don't know, man. We saw that Kim Porter, Diddy's ex-wife, was found dead at 47. Law enforcement said that that Kim went to bed early last night. Well, last night it was November the 15th. That she passed. She came up Thursday morning. She was non-responsive. Paramedics pronounced her dead at her home. It was reported that she was battling pneumonia from complications of pneumonia that she had been kind of going several weeks. No illegal drugs were found, so it wasn't, any drug cases. It was just simply saying that she had pneumonia. We see a lot that people get a cold leads to pneumonia, things like that. And something as simple as pneumonia killed her. So we want to give a moment of silence out to Kim Porter. Did y'all have a chance to see that story? What y'all think about that?
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got a chance to see it, man. Rest in peace, Kim Porter. She was so young, man. She's been a beautiful lady ever since I've ever seen her. The first time I seen her up until now. She's been a beautiful, young-looking lady the entire time, and it's just sad for her family, her kids. You know what I'm saying? So, to all of those people, you're in my prayers, you're in our prayers. And sorry to see something like this happen.
The one thing I want to add, definitely sad, being so young, and yes, definitely was beautiful. I liked all the support that the celebrity community seemed like they showed, but it just takes you to a different issue because it was reported that she told her doctor that she wasn't feeling well, and it just goes to the fact that doctors really don't listen to Black women. And it's been very reported, highly reported that this is an ongoing thing. This is why breast cancer is so rampant and it's caught later. So I just wanted to say, because, we do have Black women, all married to Black women, that if you feel a certain type of way and your doctor is not being responsive, then, hey, there's nothing wrong with a second opinion. You know your body more than anyone. So that's all I want to say about it.
And we've been preaching that for a while. Second opinions, especially to the Black women of our community. Continue to get those second opinions. If you see that things have been going on for weeks and weeks and still going on, get it checked out.
And not to get off of the initial topic, but what we're talking about, we talk about second opinions. We talk about Black women. My mom, has been going back and forth with the particular issue in Mobile to her doctors. She been dealing with it. And as we was riding back on the interstate last night, we was talking about it, and she was saying how, like, in Mobile, she had been going to the doctor for this particular issue for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, two years.
That's crazy.
How many times she came here?
I'm going to get there. She had been going back and forth to the doctor in Mobile for like 2 years. And my sister finally was like, you know what? Like, you got a son that live in Birmingham. Why don't you, Birmingham has some of the best doctors in the country. Why don't you go there and go see them? she came to Birmingham, man. She did a day of tests. They did some battery tests. Within less than 24 hours, Birmingham diagnosed her with the ailments that Mobile simply couldn't find. And the doctor was saying, like, I don't understand what they was doing down there. Like, he's asking questions about what they were saying from their records. Like, so she had been going for 2 years down there for something that they found in a second opinion here in Birmingham in less than 24 hours. And they're able to treat it. And not only that, less than a month later, they're going to operate and do what they need to do to fix and rectify that situation. Something that 2 years earlier could have been taken care of. So it's very important that, like, you know, especially with serious health conditions, make sure that you get second opinions, man. Especially if you feel like you're not being told something right or that something don't seem right. It's okay with getting a second opinion or getting another evaluation from somebody totally different. And I didn't mean to get off subject or take it away from Kim Porter, but we was talking about second opinions, and I thought that was a good time to add that in there.
Oh, I mean, definitely a great time, but definitely a sad situation. Close to the holidays, that's always tough, and just being that what she was like 47.
Yeah, 47 years old. 47 years young.
Right, that could change your holiday, the way you view a holiday for a lot of years going forward, especially for young kids. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right,
sorry to see that.
R.I.P. to Kim Porter.
Oh, dang, that's what I meant to say. "Forever My Lady" was written about her. The Jodeci song. I thought that was cool, but that just shows you the impact that she had on, like, the whole uptown music swing and Diddy and, like, all of that.
Whenever you say that, "Forever Shanae" pop up in my head.
You so goddamn.
Forever Shanae.
Martin stupid.
Martin crazy.
Staying in entertainment news. We saw that Miss Geo Scott gave us a treat this week. I don't even want to.
Yeah.
Gave you a treat.
Right.
A treat? What you mean a treat? God damn it. You know what's crazy? If you look at the video, I always hold my shit kind of like right there, but if I'm going to talk about Geo Scott, I'm going to
put them all behind your back.
Get in perfect posture because I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, we saw that Geo Scott gave us some entertainment, man. You know, she was on stage and I don't know if y'all seen this video. If you haven't, get a chance to see it. I don't know. It raised some eyebrows. And it got people talking, you know, whether good or bad or negative. She said her inbox was pumping and jumping from niggas. You know how niggas is. Hey, big head. As soon as they see different shit, they want to jump in your inbox and come back. Ladies, y'all know what we talking about. How niggas always trying to come back into your inbox. But we saw that Jill Scott basically used the microphone to imitate how she basically gave head. Did y'all have a chance to see that? And if so, what y'all think about it and where y'all at with it?
Cool video, cool artist. I always had a thing for Jill. Well, I haven't always
you have
had
a thing for Jill?
For Jill Scott. Like, what's the movie she was in?
The Tyler Perry movie?
Yeah.
That's the meme.
Why did I get mad?
Yeah,
like the second part. I had a thing for the second part of
when she got
Jill Scott.
right?
Yeah, when she lost the weight.
Gotcha.
But, like, ain't nothing wrong with a little weight, but, like, not too much. But they say, like, I've never had a deep dive in her music, but they say she talks about this a lot. Like, she's a freak.
That's a normal routine.
Yeah, and shit, it's cool.
Yeah. Shouts out to Jill, man. Why do y'all care? Like, not y'all, but why do people care? Like,
I don't know.
That's what she does. If that's what she's doing, why you hating?
All right. I speaking of hate, I seen a lot. That's what I saw a lot.
I saw niggas hating, man. That's
niggas,
the thing.
I ain't see too many niggas. I saw a lot of women.
I saw niggas saying
kind of hating and saying
it's the female shit, but niggas on it. Hey, if she's been doing that, why she divorced her? Like, nigga, you a nigga, man.
I just hate them big attention seeking whores. Like, and
explain about what
and not because we talking about women. I'm talking about men.
Niggas could be that too.
Right. So I just want to clarify that I wasn't, when I said whore, I wasn't talking about.
They be like, you call us whores. No, nigga, we talking about niggas too.
Like,
niggas could get it too.
Like, Jill Scott, imitates, like, sucking a dick. Mm-hmm. And people say, oh, you're impressed by that?
And tapping ball.
Or, because that was a hot topic. Quote unquote atheists. They come around right before Christmas. like I just hate people, you know what I'm saying, that like do stuff like, oh, whatever the major topic is, that's what they want to be against at the time.
Mm-hmm. Just man, let that lady do her thing. That's her show. That's what she likes to do. That's how she makes her money.
Right.
I see no problem with it.
And I mean, like, she grown. Like, what? That's the crazy thing. Like, y'all, like, everybody was overreacting on the shit. She doing what she do. Nigga, I hope her big grown ass know how to suck a dick at this point.
Exactly.
Goddamn.
And if your grown ass don't, something wrong with you.
Yeah, you need, if your grown ass don't know how to suck no dick, she grown, she a mature woman, so, you know, fuck it. Let her do what she do. She just showing it like everybody, that's the internet, man. The internet, man, get a hold of shit sometime and blow it out of proportion. I hope she, you know what to do with it. Shit. And if you don't, if you don't, and you got a nigga and you trying to please him, like, hey, let that nigga take your ass back to first base, goddamn, with that shit and get you in the training camp.
It's a direct correlation about not knowing how to suck dick and posting memes 6 times a day on Instagram. It's a reason your lonely ass got to post all them memes.
So that's what you're saying, that they're lonely posting memes because they don't know.
Because they don't know how to suck dick. Right.
Also, hey, if you sing bad.
Can't get right logic.
Can't get right logic. My logic is if you sing bad, do what Geo do. Maybe you'll be a singer. I don't know.
But I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. I mean, I was talking to my homeboy, and they was talking about, you know, like Geo Scott, and they were talking about this whole incident, and he got to talking about the shit as a whole, and like, you know how, like, man, honestly, like, let's just be real, like, some people like with niggas, some niggas prefer getting their dick sucked over fucking, some niggas prefer fucking over getting their dick sucked.
Your preference.
What is your preference?
Me, mine?
Y'all nigga care about talking about that, or y'all want to get that out of there?
I don't care, man. I'll talk about it. Shit, man. I'm a pussy guy.
Yeah,
I'm a vagina guy. You know,
I'm a vagina guy.
I'm a pussy guy too.
Yeah, you know.
I like, fuck that. That shit like an appetizer after about like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah,
let's switch to the other guy. Yeah.
Let me please you.
Hell yeah.
I'm a pleaser. Let me please you.
I just want the whole thing to go with it, goddamn it. I want the moan. I want goddamn.
Yeah, I need them reaction.
I need big stroke play.
I love you, baby. It's Mustaki fault.
Ain't nobody going to Outback for no broccoli.
Don't try to put it on me.
I'm talking to my wife right now, so, you know, leave it like that.
Oh, he tried to push it on me.
Man.
No.
That nigga said it was Mustaki fault. You dirty boy.
It's the truth, but, you know.
Little dirty fucker.
Little sleazo.
I'll take
Sleazo, goddamn. Sleazo. Shout out Sleazo.
Shout out
Sleazo. Yeah, that inside joke. But yeah, shout out Sleazo. So yeah, man, Lee just got along, man. Let Jill Scott do what the fuck she gonna do. Half you niggas that's in her inbox or fucking around with her, y'all ain't gonna see that shit anyway.
She ain't even gonna see it. She ain't checking that shit.
Y'all need to go back to what y'all trying to do and try to see if y'all can, you know, get y'all little shit wet or something. You know what I mean? But that is what it is. We saw that my man Meek Mill said that he was dropping an album. It say November the 20th, but I think I just saw a redate where it say November the 30th.
Yeah, it's the end of the month.
Yeah, it's
the last day of the month. Should be the 30th.
Right. Meek Mill is dropping a new album. I think it's called Championship. What y'all think about Meek Mill, man? Y'all ready for this Meek Mill album, or where y'all at with it?
I'm eager to hear it. Definitely gonna give it a spin. But I think it's gonna be, if I could predict, I think it's just gonna be good and also forgettable. It's something we're gonna listen to for a couple of days and just move on.
I'm ready for some. Sorry, I'm ready for some new Meek Mill music. You know what I'm saying? It's time.
It's been a minute.
He's always in my element. Like in the gym, I could listen to a Meek Mill album for 2-3 weeks straight, and he gonna make me run faster, make me jump higher, make me lift more.
Right.
So,
his old classic
Jordans.
Yeah, you know.
And when you were a little boy, you really thought the Jordans were gonna make you run faster and jump higher. Hey, but that was some good ass marketing.
I could shoot a jump. I could shoot a jump shot. I could get some air in these Air Jordans.
Do y'all remember the Jordan commercials that like
still gonna be so?
I wanna be like Mike. Nigga, you never gonna
be up there with the Gatorade, switch your hands.
And then when you were little, most of the sorry ass nigga had the Jordans.
Nigga was
made a shot in his life, goddamn. Throw them hoes away. Put them in your closet.
We got out of that from Meek Mill. I don't know, but
he want to be like Mike too, I guess.
Can't get right. Stupid ass.
I ain't even do nothing that time.
Like the Jordans.
I I fuck with Meek Mill, man. Like you said, Meek Mill give me a lot of good music. I think when he was in that little Nicki vibe, you know what I'm saying, for a minute when they was doing that.
Out of character.
Yeah, I think he kind of struggled with it. We always say, we talk about music in relation to relationships. And I do think relationships fuck up good artists sometimes. Especially depending on what vibe that they're in. The vibe that Meek was in was not a vibe that was suitable
Not having
for
a girlfriend.
Yeah, for having a girlfriend relationship and being serious. That nigga was being in the club, being in the strip club, getting your bag kind of music.
Fucking these hoes.
Yeah. And I think that it didn't match up with what he did with the relationship.
Right,
but since then, he been on fire.
Right, because once you with Nicki and you talking about I'm in the club fucking these hoes, nigga, we not believing
No,
you.
you with Nicki.
Right,
nigga.
right.
You at home watching Netflix like me, nigga.
You chilling.
It wasn't a girlfriend thing. I think it was more with Nicki Minaj, because that brought along a lot more cameras, a lot more paparazzi. Like, every move you make is in the news, and you're Nicki Minaj's boyfriend.
I just think it's a girlfriend thing.
Yeah, it just
because
changed.
even if you take Meek Mill out of it and you go to Jacob and Susie, we see that Jacob goddamn had the livest house parties. Shit, I used to have a live little house
Can't
parties
be like
and
that no more.
shooting into you get a relationship and then it's like, hey, y'all want to have a couples party?
Yeah. And you could do that.
Nigga, whole element changed.
This is true. This
You
is
can
true.
do that,
This
but
is
you
true.
can't brag about, nigga, I got the livest house parties on the block. You can't brag about that.
No,
more.
it's not. Nigga, no, everybody's bringing a dish.
It's cool that you're doing that.
When you're in a relationship, everybody bring a dish. When you're not in a relationship, you might goddamn giveaway bar.
Your homeboy bring
Because
a dish.
Mustaka was the house. You fuck around getting a relationship like, yeah, I think I'm a stock house. You finna do what?
You can't go over there.
Shit.
I'm coming. I'll be there at 9.
Nigga house was number
I'll meet you there. God,
Who gonna
damn
be
it.
over there?
I don't know. I just
That
only
nigga
talked
had
to
the who gonna be
Mustaki.
over their house.
Hell yeah. Who
gonna be over
be
there?
over their house? Who over their house?
Because
That's
you
exactly-
never knew.
My answer was everybody.
Everybody.
Whoever.
Everybody.
And it used to be
No.
like that. But then as soon as a relationship come in there, bitch, you playing musical chairs and shit. Everything can with uniform and stuff. Damn.
You gotta sit right here. You gotta drink what I drink. Shut up, nigga.
You got the shit be the worst when you gotta come back and talk to him every 5 minutes. You alright? You alright?
Straight? You good? Damn, I just want to go in the corner and talk to my friend.
Shit.
Not even your friend shit. I wanna damn who that is. I wanna see what she talking about. You go to that bitch and talk and shit, but when you're in a relationship, you can't do that.
Can't
you
even go talk.
You got to go back and
No comment.
refresh. You got to go refresh your screen. Yo, old lady, you got to go refresh it every 5
But
minutes.
also, I have to say, because, for some reason my wife listens to this podcast, that we wouldn't be here without a Mustaki party. And I'm forever grateful for that.
Y'all welcome.
But all right, time for joke time. Fuck out of here. Shit.
That
Let's
wasn't
go.
none of that was serious, goddamn. I'm trying to get
We
serious.
wouldn't be
now,
here
nigga.
for a Mustaki party.
Right.
That ain't serious.
Niggas, hey, look, he gonna think because he put his little statement in there, it's serious. And then he gonna try to sit
Hey,
upright.
I was serious about that, nigga.
I met you there. Be okay with it every time.
Right.
But yeah, shouts out to Meek Mill, man. We
Nah, she wanted to make sure I ain't meet nobody else there.
You met me there. I know you could meet somebody else. You could meet a girl.
Hey, I ain't gonna say too much. But look, yeah, shouts out to Meek Mill, man. Meek Mill dropping a new album. I'm excited about it. Hopefully, it lives up to the expectations. We saw that Young Thug is finally free from jail after speaking to the judge. Some basically, I don't know if everybody had a chance to see the video, but they kind of interpreted it as Meek Mill was, not Meek Mill, I'm sorry, as Young Thug was begging for the judge to let him free. Did y'all see that video? And if y'all did, what do y'all think of what it was that Thug was doing in that video? Do y'all consider that begging, or how do y'all look at it?
I don't consider it begging, but honestly, if you are in a courthouse and you're begging, I don't give a shit either.
I don't give a shit.
Say what you gotta say to get
what
out of
the
jail,
Like,
nigga.
nigga, you want me to be in jail where I can't get millions of dollars
that
or I
shit, Your
can't
Honor.
provide for my family?
Get out here.
Your Honor, I'll never do it again. Hell yeah,
yeah.
I'm beg to get the fuck out.
You want me to be tough?
But you know, everybody swear they live by this certain code.
And of course, the person supporting this has never been in court before. So,
Right, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he over there begging. Shut your pussy ass. You ain't never been in front of no judge before in your life. And you
Crazy.
talking about, nigga, hell yeah, I want to go get. You don't think I want to go to these shows where I'm getting $60,000, $70,000 and I'm getting to go get these appearances and be with my family? Fucking right. I'm finna beg the way I can to get. I ain't begging you, nigga. I'm begging the judge.
Nigga.
You know how much power that judge got at that point. Shit.
And a little context. Thug was in jail because he was on probation. Well, not probation. He has a pending trial coming up for a lot of different charges, drugs and guns and things like that. So he's out on bond and he recently failed a drug test. So he's not going to jail because he did anything crazy or criminal. He just smoked a little weed. Sorry. And I'm glad, hopefully those going forward, those rules changed. But he fessed up to it as well. He like, man, I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing that. I'm sorry I did that. Going to jail for these however many days made me see that simply doing that isn't worth it. So, so.
Hey, man, besides telling a snitch on somebody that wasn't involved or y'all was equal partners in, and tell that judge whatever. That's gonna get you free on these streets. That's gonna be able to provide for your family, your friends, and all these people. Maybe he was begging, maybe he wasn't. Who cares? Like y'all said,
I ain't see this begging. You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. I mean, he was pleading.
Yeah.
I think he was just pleading his case, which his $1 million lawyer told him to do. Which you need. Stop listening to that public defender. Because they ain't gonna get you shit, but stop trying to be hard in front of these judges. Because first of all, they don't give a fuck about you. And whatever you can do besides snitching to get behind the bars, do it.
Did y'all actually look at the judge's face in the background when you watched the video?
Yeah, I watched.
I think it was predetermined though.
I think that nigga sat up there with a little smirk on his face, like, nigga, I don't believe none of this shit.
Right.
I'm gonna let you go though.
I'm gonna let you go.
Right.
Let you go.
Because your lawyer is my homeboy that I play golf with, and he done already told me.
And speaking of, man, like when I went to court for the little situation I had to go to court for, right? The thing that I learned about court is like what you said, that we play golf with. Man, I really, you know how I look at shit. I'm a deep thinker, so I look at shit like a little different sometimes. And I literally sat there, and I felt like this shit was so staged. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We got in that bitch, we sat down, they let me talk, they let them talk, they asked me questions, I gave what I gave. You know what I'm saying? And then they was like, oh, let's take a little recess. My lawyer, the other person lawyer, and the judge went in the back. My lawyer came back out, hey, everything's straight. You know what I'm saying? This is what they want to do. We just need to negotiate a couple things. So it was almost like it was predetermined. So long story short, we work out whatever we work out. My lawyer come to me. We settle the case. Everything's straight. I get what I needed. Everything worked in my favor. But after everybody left, the typist gone, it was me, my lawyer, the judge, and another lawyer. And they all sat there and we was talking like stores. They were talking about vacation and where they going and, oh, did you go there last week? Like they were super personal with each other.
They're friends.
And I'm looking at this shit like,
this been going on. Y'all
knew that shit. Friend. And even when my lawyer was prepping me for it, and he was telling me, he was like, oh yeah, we got Judge such and such. Oh, I know him.
They do that. They know who they are.
He's a fair guy. He's a good shooter. He'll do this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that judge, he's a little different. He may not like this, that, and that. Like, he already knew how the judge was going to react because after 15 years of going in front of this particular judge, he knows him. He know how he gonna react to certain stuff. He know what he like and don't like. So, I mean, I just said that you said that the judge was smirking. He probably was smirking because everything was already predetermined. They probably had already worked out everything they need to work out before we brought our stupid ass in there.
Just want to hear what you got to say.
And paid all that money.
Make sure you ain't say no stupid shit.
Right.
So go in there, plead your case, and do what you got to do. But of course, if he'd have said something different, probably been a different outcome.
Staying in music news or, in entertainment news, we still saw that the current decade of hip-hop and R&B was ranked from worst to best. And in that, they had it was the top 10, but they had like different versions of what they felt was the best decade in music, whether it was R&B, whether it was albums, whether it was hip-hop. And it made me think, like, with this being our weekly topic and where we at with it, for y'all, what do y'all think was the best decade of music and where y'all at, as far as what the best decade was with music?
All right. For me, the decade is 2000s, from 2000, 2010. You know what I'm saying? That's when I've been introduced to my favorite rappers. Wayne's, Jay-Z's, Rick Ross's, Drake's, R&B as well. The Weeknd. Janae Aiko a little later, but also that Devin the Dude, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, 2000.
Me is 2000s as well. Wait, I'll just go in detail with it a little bit. Started driving in 2000. And local favorites like See Now, Mr. Big was definitely bumping in the Suzuki with the 212s, thinking I'm cool. And but
Jeezy.
that's the Hot Boy era. That's the Jeezy era. That's the arguably the height of Jay-Z era, which my favorite artist. A little bit after the Outkast era, but I mean, it was still cool. But I will say the 90s was some of my favorite memories because I remember going to buy a tape, like went to Walmart and my mama saying with me and my auntie that's a little bit older than me, both of y'all go get a tape, a cassette. I went and got the MC Hammer, the one that had Too Legit.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I mean,
pants?
I was like 7 or 8.
Had the pants?
Nah, but I wanted them though. I ain't even gonna hold you up.
with the little slits.
And the Jordan pants. You remember Jordan had some pants that was similar. Yeah. And she got Color Me Bad because I guess she was a girl. But, you know, to our age listeners, they gonna remember that. But CDs, like the first CD I bought was a Aquemini.
When that came out? What year that came out?
I don't know, but it had to be late 90s because I wasn't driving yet. So, and the DMX second album, Hell is High or Dark as Hell, whatever his second album is. But
high school.
2000s.
I mean, I went on, but yeah, 2000s definitely.
Yeah. It depends on what we're talking about because to me, nothing. If it's rap, it's got to be 2000. Like everybody say, like shit. 2000s rap was just like, man, there's some good stuff in there. But if we talk about R&B, nothing was better than in the 90s than R&B, man.
H-Town and
man,
shit.
Woo.
Jodeci, Diary of a Mad
like, right.
Black Band, yeah.
Like it's to the point now with R&B, like it's hard for R&B artists to come in and beat that.
They're
Because,
really rappers now.
man, they took over. You know what I mean? What it is. Like now more so the R&B is more like a soul type. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your Hers and your LMA, what are they?
No, Hers is trash. LMA put out two good songs.
Janae Aiko.
But I'm just saying,
but it's more of a,
it's more of a,
it's more pop.
Yeah, it got like a soulful vibe is what I meant by soul. So like, I'm gonna go 2000s rap, but 90s R&B takes a backseat to nothing. Shit.
When did Lauryn Hill come out? Was it that
Somebody's
90s?
rocking, knocking the boots.
That was
I'm just saying.
That nigga got excited.
Give me
about that
some
shit.
good love.
But 2000, like Trey Songz, he put out a killer album in 2000. Like I think it was Ready. That was a dope album. Confessions, arguably one of the best R&B albums ever, came out in 2000. Had thugs listening to that shit around the same time as Jeezy. But like you said, it's like the height of R&B is the 90s.
Yeah, by the time Jeezy came, I definitely wouldn't listen to nobody R&B on Confessions or nothing, nigga. When Jeezy came out, nigga, that was it. Nigga,
Man,
Jeezy got
Man,
no,
Confessions was dope.
I don't care
what
how
y'all
dope
saying.
it was. When Jeezy came
Jeezy
out, I
was
wasn't
Jeezy.
listening to no
Nothing
R&B shit.
Crushing to Jeezy. Crushing
to Jeezy, that shit so
goddamn.
crazy.
Talking about Belvedere.
Nigga crushed the boots at one time.
Crushing to Jeezy. Talking about Belvedere. Nigga crazy.
Y'all
goddamn.
niggas so
But
crazy.
my height was those 2000 Wayne mixtape era. The Wayne mixtape era is unmatched, man.
Squad.
The squads, just
Does
the
that
Wayne,
go one
the
and the
droughts.
same? Do we count
Hey.
Squad with his mixtape?
To me, that's Wayne. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Nigga.
Some of his best
No,
verses.
I was just asking.
Some of his
No,
best
and I'm just
verses.
answering.
The squad. He made a squad rap better than they can actually rap. Like you never would have known Gutter without a Wayne. You never would have known a Nut without a Wayne.
Yeah. Was there any more?
Kid.
Yeah,
Kid.
Yeah.
Dizzy was my favorite though.
That was some good music, man.
Like, I mean, you mean like besides?
Besides Wayne, of course. Of the squad, besides Wayne, Dizzy. Because he's the one who, to me, he wasn't bigger because I think Kid was bigger. He actually got with 50 Cent. But Dizzy was more so on his own. he had actual albums and stuff projects that he put out. Whereas the kid projects just wasn't as good. So.
Right. Yeah.
But shouts out Wayne, there's a whole squad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So it
7,
looked
8,
like
9.
we were just across the board the 2000s, man. That just was a
That's
good
us.
era of music. And if you got something different, let us know, man. Chime in, shoot back at us. Let us know where you at with it.
And we'll tell you why you wrong.
And don't tell us the 70s if you was born in 84.
70s had some good. The Commodores here.
He was born in 84. Talking about 71.
But the Temptations was doing their thing.
Sliding across the floor.
Thank you for the listen. Sorry for the cursing. But it's time for you to start making that dressing for Thursday.
Moving on into political news, we see that Trump endorsed a bipartisan criminal justice reform bill. President Trump, through his support Wednesday behind legislation that will loosen some mandatory minimum sentencing laws. A measure that the measure was basically backed by powerful Senate Republicans as well as Democrats, which could kind of run into a little bit of opposition. Some who were more conservative on the crime bill, but Trump, some of it they say that Trump could face opposition within his own party, within the Republican Party, because of his support for this particular bill. Like I said, it definitely loosened up some of the mandatory minimum sentences. Have y'all had a chance to look at this? And if so, what do you all think about this particular crime bill or this justice reform bill?
Reform in general, I appreciate. I applaud it. You know what I'm saying any type of reform, I applaud it. I do want more to be done, but this is a step in the right direction. So hopefully this goes through, and then once it goes through, hopefully they continue to work on it to make it even better than what it is.
Agreed.
Because I see that, just for one instance, I know it's a lot going into these bills. But something from the simple fact of telling the person that they have life to 25 years is a big difference. If this is a 17, 16, 15-year-old kid, 25 years compared to life can make a huge difference, man. This kid can still get out and still have a life. So that, I do still, depending on what the crime is, I do still think that 25 years is too long. But I do think there are some crimes that deserve 25 years. So make it more clear. Give us a better understanding of exactly what you're talking about, and don't beat around the bush. Don't tell us some things are going to be much more lenient to whereas some of them are still as the same as they were before, because those mandatory minimums, some people weren't getting mandatory minimums for the crimes they were, you know what I'm saying? And we know when we say some people, they weren't getting those mandatory minimums as a black person.
And I'm glad that you said that, because it includes language from the Senate bill that had the Fair Sentencing Act of 2010, which has finally been introduced into this bill, which is kind of trying to reduce the disparity in sentencing guidelines between crack and powder cocaine. We always saw that, crack cocaine, they said was a black law, and they said powder cocaine was a white law.
Right.
And it was a different sentencing than that. And in this bill, it's supposed to be included where they're trying to make it fair for all across the board to try to kind of change the disparity between black and white crime.
And we all knew what that was because we saw the difference just in the price of those drugs. Crack rock, $5, cocaine, $100 for a gram.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And, I've been told that I come off as seeming racist on this podcast. And
all right.
I just want to say, like, if you really think I'm racist, then maybe you're just clueless. And I say that to say there's always been mandatory minimums, but for some people, white people,
one side,
it doesn't. There was no mandatory minimum. We saw a Stanford student rape a girl behind a trash can and not get time,
and admit it.
But a black guy selling dope gets 25 to life or whatever this is time. So I like this bill on paper, but those judges are still going to be the racist judges that they are. And this is why local elections mean so much, guys. Because if you put the judge in office, that's who is going to, have the say-so over your cousin, your family members, your friends. If they do get in trouble, how much time they get.
Or don't even stray too far. You said there's a kid who committed rape, and then there's a guy who sold drugs. Let's just simply say there's a kid committed rape, and then there's another guy, a black guy, who committed rape. Same exact rape.
Same exact rate.
One got no jail time. One got 30 years.
Yes. Oh, okay, yes.
Keep it in the same realm. One that
both are still crimes, but rape the rape. That black guy, it's nowhere in hell that black guy is getting off.
And if you're someone who follows this closer, I do challenge you to go and read it because it's a lot of different. With criminal justice, it's a lot of different mandatory minimums for this, and this can carry this kind of sentence. I do see that some of the stiffer sentences in this, and I could be wrong, but are coming towards prescription drugs that we see is getting kind of out of hand. Stuff like what's in prescription drugs, and there's also something in there for fentanyl, which they feel like is getting rampant, and they got different mandatory minimums. They're bringing mandatory minimums on that, so they kind of curving where they're changing some of the sentencing. We say all the time about unintended consequences. I don't know what will be of this, but we do see that they're curving. I don't know a lot of people in our community who be having access to prescription drug stuff.
I don't even know what fentanyl is.
It's a whole little different.
Is it a powder? Is it a pill? I have no clue what fentanyl is.
Yeah, so I mean, if you into this kind of stuff, make sure you get a chance and look at it. We'll just say this, like Hootie said,
treat them fairly.
Any reform is welcome. We want to change. Does it go deep enough? No, it doesn't. Is it a lot of things that we want to have changed? Yes, it's still things that need to be changed. It's still things that need to be reformed. But this is one at least step in the right direction towards getting the reform that we want to see. So I guess right. We can't bash it all and then not give credit for at least some aspect of where it's kind of getting it right. We started a Mississippi senator. This motherfucker here, she could very well have been the dummy of the week. But we see a lady here in Mississippi who's running for a senator. Basically, anybody who know about Mississippi, I got a lot of listeners who actually come from Mississippi. We're not knocking Mississippi because we from Alabama. Alabama, Mississippi kind of went hand in hand. They held the hand when it came to racism and when you look at civil rights era, you always saw Alabama and Mississippi together when it came to the bullshit in regards to civil rights. But this senator, Cindy Hyde-Smith, is running against Mike Espy. And in the runoff for Senate seat in Mississippi, she basically said that I guess she told a joke that she thought would be funny. Basically saying how, if she had to even attend a lynching, she would be front and center. I guess she thought the shit was funny, and that was the joke that she chose to use in the heart of Mississippi, or even if it was Alabama, it was just a distasteful joke. For those who don't know, of course, Cindy Hyde-Smith is a white senator running for election there in Mississippi. Did y'all have a chance to see that story? And if so, where y'all at?
That joke was toward her opponent, who's a black person.
Yes.
Why? So if you don't know much about that, take a look at that and see what was going on with it. But her joke was about a black person who's running against her in Mississippi.
Yep. And Mike Espy is a young black man.
Yeah, come on now. Like, she has apparently she has a history of saying crazy things, but I don't care whether she has a history or not. That alone, you don't need to be a senator of anywhere. Sorry. Bye. Get out of here.
White people don't do this. That's about it.
Right. Like, come on now, man. Like, we are. You're just stupid if you still saying stuff like that. I'm sorry. If you still saying
it's 2018.
Yeah, come on. How stupid and behind are you? Like,
but also, how stupid are the people in Mississippi that elected her?
Well, I mean,
because she has a history of this.
Yeah, she does.
She also
it's a behavior. This wasn't a hiccup. It's a behavior.
She also got caught just recently. Even after that statement, got caught on basically a hot mic, basically saying that she was kind of supporting the voter suppression in Mississippi and trying to make sure she kind of eliminated more of the black vote to benefit herself.
You know what her explanation was?
What?
It was sarcasm. It was sarcasm.
Yeah, that shit don't work for us, man. And I hope Mississippi see through that. And let's just give credit because Mississippi is very close to electing not only a black person to that seat. You'll have to check me on the stats, but I don't think that has happened. And I think that he's very close than anybody else to making that seat, not only Democratic, but a black Democrat. In sports news, we saw that Le'Veon Bell did not return by the deadline. Is this smart? Do we think this is a dumb move? He was basically eligible to return, but Le'Veon Bell decided not to return back to the Pittsburgh Steelers for his 2018 season. So basically, he's kind of forfeiting $14.5 million in wages, as well as the Steelers basically have the option to either pay that or not pay it. But did y'all see that? Do y'all think that it's a dumb move by Le'Veon Bell, or do you think it's time for players to start taking that stance? Where y'all at?
I was with Bell in the beginning because you should take that stance. I think that franchise tag is some BS for the most part. But when he didn't come at all, I started shifting because I told y'all in the group chat that I don't think he's going to get signed for over $13, $14 million next year. I think he's going to have to take a very deep pay cut, and I think he just lost $15 million.
I do agree with some of that for the simple fact that I don't know if he'll get $15 million per year, but I'm pretty sure he'll get $30 to $40 million guaranteed no matter what. So I'm not going to be selfish. I'm going to sit here and look at it. That's his best business interest is to sit out. Because we've seen people come back, play a year, get hurt that year, and sign for Isaiah Thomas, for example. Isaiah Thomas was a max contract player. Came in, played, got hurt. He can't even get $3 million now. You go from $200 million to can't get $2 million.
Earl Thomas,
man. Like
we don't know. The verdict is still out with him, but he came back for less than what he really desired. He got hurt instantly.
Not desired what he was due. Came back for less than what he was due, actually. And got hurt. And he's not going to get that same contract he would have gotten if he'd have sat out or if he'd have played a full year.
I agree.
So I see as being a player, you need to be out there, but as being a businessman, that was the best business move for him, in my opinion. So, because I still do think he's going to get more than the $15 million that he was going to get this year.
I think that I look at it as a smart move.
Yeah.
I think that so much, man, the players lose control over their own destiny. I know as a player, it's killing him to not be able to be out there and play. That's the thing that a lot of people don't give credit.
It's killing him more than it's killing you.
Yeah. But at the same time, if I go play for less than what I'm due, the ownership has been having the upper hand. If he go out there and he have a stellar season, they're going to use that and say, oh, well, you didn't do this last year, so we're only going to give you this. He go out there and tears ACL, those owners aren't going to be stand-up guys and say, oh, we're going to still give you what we think that you would do. You know what I'm saying? They not. So I think there's nothing wrong with a player finally taking a stance and saying, man, I'm going to take it into my own hand. Yes, I'm going to lose this $14.5 million, but we've already seen that there's like 5 or 6 different prospective teams that are lining up that'll probably give him what he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That need him.
In a heartbeat.
Right. So
in a heartbeat.
And not only that, he got to have a year of rest. That's not bad for a running back.
Take a year off.
Yeah, take a year off.
The only thing about that is they're still saying that they'll still pay him based off his age, too. So. But she's still young, though. What, he 25?
Yeah.
26, maybe?
Which is getting age.
That's prime. That's prime. But by 30, as a running back, you kind of, unless you're exceptional, you're over with. But, yeah, give him a 4 or 5 year deal. I think he'll survive that and make his money, and, keep his health.
We'll get to see.
Yeah.
We saw that in Houston, the college team, the Houston Cougars. We saw that Major Applewhite, which is the head coach of the Houston Cougars, for those who don't know, got in a heated debate with Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver is a top 15 draft pick, D lineman of Houston, who was injured, unable to play. And they basically got into it over a jacket.
A jacket.
But when we say a jacket, it's a thick jacket. It's cold outside. It was a night game. They was playing Tulane down in New Orleans. They was playing in Houston, but they playing Tulane from New Orleans. And basically, Major Applewhite, which is the head coach, asked Ed Oliver to take his jacket off. In taking his jacket off, he removed the jacket, but there was a altercation that ensued because Ed Oliver didn't appreciate the way in which Major Applewhite came to him.
Yeah, Major Applewhite.
I got it. And an altercation ensued. If y'all saw this video, y'all saw what happened. Give y'all perspective on it. What y'all think about it? Let's talk about it.
I do think that, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't, because I
Right.
hope it doesn't. That hopefully this does not affect Ed Oliver in a worse way, because ultimately, if it was me personally, I'd have took the jacket off and gave it to the coach. But at the same time, I'm saying, come on, bro. This man gave you his blood, sweat, and tears, and you can't let him have a jacket on the sideline because he's cold. You say he made him take it off, but not only that, he came up, he put his hands on the jacket, like, nigga, take this jacket off. You ain't playing. Oh, this jacket is for players. Like, I ain't one of the reasons why you on the map right now.
Well, it's supposed to be that only starters get to wear the jacket.
I'm a starter.
Not starters, only active players.
Yeah, active players.
So was it active players or was it starters?
It was active players. It's active players. So
okay.
I get that it's a rule, but come on, man.
I got a couple different things that this is what I think. And this is just my thought from playing sports,
Doing what's best for him.
from being in it. This is just how I look at it and what I think about it. I'm under the impression this. When I saw Ed Oliver and I saw Major Applewhite and him get into it, this is what I'm thinking. Walk with me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a head coach and you got your players on the sideline, right? And I've made a team rule that only active players get to wear this jacket. And I got a man like Ed Oliver who on the sideline wearing this jacket that I made a rule that only active players get to wear this jacket. I don't know why that's a rule, but let's just say that was a rule because we were reading that was a rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I let Ed Oliver wear this jacket and I don't let this red shirt freshman wear the jacket, I have to keep the same rules across the board. We always talk about keep the same energy, keep the same vibe or whatever we talk about, right?
Right.
So I'm not going to say nothing to this player because he's a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
You know your younger players see that? Coach don't say nothing to him. He get to do whatever he want. But this player get to do it. And I may be thinking, me personally, that Major Applewhite just was checking him. Like, no, bro, like, you can't wear this jacket just like this man. And he trying to keep it even across the whole board for all of his players. And I think that's what happened.
And I get that, and I understand that, and I have another view of that as well, and I get into that too. But we all know that there's a term called superstar treatment.
Right. And then I was going to ask
Superstars
you,
get
like,
treated different.
What
We know
both of
it
y'all
for a
like?
fact.
Right.
Don't
But that
superstars get treated different?
They do, but
and what's wrong with that?
Well, it's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but if you're a coach that's looking for respect and you're looking for like to have integrity, nigga, I don't give a fuck if you're a superstar or not. I'm gonna treat you the same way that I treat all my players. And if you don't abide by it, then you don't be on this team. And I think that the coaches who do that and who live up to that, they have more respect from their players than anybody. I'm not gonna treat you no different than I'm gonna treat this man.
No.
I get that,
No,
but I
no,
don't think
hang on.
that's what it is either.
No,
I think that
I'm not saying that that's what it is. That's my opinion.
I got you.
I think that's what he did.
if that's what it is, then fine. But I don't think what I think it is that Ed Oliver could have been playing this week. But I think Ed Oliver is looking for Ed Oliver's best interest, which I don't blame him for. And I think that
And that's
Major
cool.
Applewhite knows that, and because of that, he feels a way toward it.
So take my jacket off. If I'm a head coach, take my jacket
And
off.
that's trash.
And think about it. No, that's not necessarily trash because think about it, Hooter. If you got to play, if I'm a player and you know that I'm going first round and I'm your wide receiver, and I'm like, man, fuck these niggas, man. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm going, and you know that there's a game that we're playing that's important to you. You're a sophomore. I'm a junior, whatever I am, and I'm about to go, and you know this game is important to you. You about to go out there and play your life out. And I'm over that bitch. I probably can play, but I'm over there like, I don't give a fuck about these nigga. I'm going first round. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck these. Hold up, let me finish. And coach get mad at me and say out of respect for my other play, I know you gone. Nigga, take that jacket off. Nigga, you probably gonna look at your coach like, I respect him for checking that nigga. Cause you probably mad at him too. You probably, cause he playing you just like he playing everybody else.
I don't feel like he's playing me for the simple fact that I get it. Me at this age, me now, I get it. I get what it is.
Hey, listen, I I get what we're saying about Ed Oliver. I know what he's doing. Like you just said.
No. I'm not simply talking about Ed Oliver. I'm talking about the bigger picture of it as well.
The bigger picture, you said Ed Oliver was looking out for his best interest, right? Yeah. Okay, so great. Ed Oliver was looking out for his best interest. I am Houston's head coach. I'm not Ed Oliver's head coach. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say something to him. The same thing that I would say to you, who's still going to be playing at Houston next year. Mm-hmm. You don't get no special treatment because of you, Ed Oliver. Take your jacket off.
But I don't believe that rule. Either. I don't believe that there's not the thing called the superstar treatment.
Hang on. Y'all been going back and forth.
For some coaches, that there is not a superstar treatment. I get that. But what I just said, that if you want respect of all, you treat everybody the same way. That's all.
Major Applewhite got superstar
treatment. You're a Florida State fan. Bobby Bowden is notorious for treating his criminal starters different than just some third string player.
Thanks for telling me about Bobby Bowden. But
like nobody disrespects him. I think every coach does that. I'm pretty sure Hootie, when you was playing, Hack could do stuff that maybe the other quarterback couldn't do, or the third, fourth string freshman couldn't do. No, but if Applewhite felt like he could have been playing and he's putting himself over team, then how he acted was a little better.
And again, all I say, I'm not saying one's right from wrong. I have played on teams where the best player gets to get these kind of treatments. I played on teams where, the starter doesn't have to practice as hard. He gets to sit over there and drink water while everybody... I've been there. I get it. But I also say there are coaches who don't give a fuck about your stardom. They only care about what's fair for my team at the expense of... Think about it. You're a prideful guy. You're a very prideful guy. There are some things that your pride supersedes what you want, what your needs are or something because of your pride.
Right.
Okay, so when a coach got pride too, bro. You do realize this, right? So
that don't mean he can't be wrong. Just like I can't be wrong.
It doesn't mean that he can't be wrong. But what I mean by a coach having pride is that he'll put his pride, meaning this is my rule. I don't care who you are. Your rule doesn't supersede what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
If that's your rule, that's your rule. I still think it could have been handled differently. You didn't have to do it right. It was 8 seconds before halftime. You could have waited to the half. Hey, guy.
I told him in the lock. Hey, don't come back.
Have much more respect for
don't come back in with that.
I totally 100% agree with what you're saying. I'm just simply saying that since we don't know Major Applewhite, we haven't seen exactly what he said. And I really feel like he's released some statements. I just don't know exactly what they were. But I'm just simply saying that, like, if I'm a coach, I'm going to just be honest. This is me. You can call it however you want. If I'm a coach and I know that this person, Ed Oliver guy, has clocked out of my system, and I know that I got freshmen and sophomores who are coming up in this system, we seen it. We played football at UAB. We saw that what it was when it was no longer a bowl aspect for us, how they start pushing the little freshmen in front of the seniors and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So if I know that Ed Oliver's gone and he's clocked out of this system, I'm trying to keep the respect of the people that are there. Y'all think I care about getting in a confrontation with Ed Oliver? He's gone. He's not even playing in a game that I need him to play in because he's thinking about his future. So as a coach, I'm thinking about my future, and let me worry about the players that I still got on this field, the respect I need to keep.
Right.
Fuck him. He's gone.
Right.
He's done everything he could do for Houston. He's gone. Let me make sure that I just told this little red shirt freshman to take off the jacket. I'm finna tell this superstar top 10 person, you finna take off this jacket too. I don't care if it's 5 seconds left in the quarter. I can't do one thing and then say something. We had an episode talking about favoritism. That's all it is. You didn't even want to plug my fucking headphones in there because you didn't want to show favoritism.
Be a superstar.
But
I'm a superstar.
But as a player, I don't think any player, no matter, freshman to senior, wants to feel like they're disposable. So what Applewhite is doing is saying, hey, you can no longer do anything for me right now, so you're disposable. And I don't think any player wants to feel like that.
I look at it like that.
Right. I get what you're saying, but that's not what you said. You just said, fine.
Well,
fine,
I did. I said Ed Oliver was looking at for his best interest. So
thank you. So it's not that I feel that he's disposable. Ed Oliver has made a decision. We've seen Bosa. Hold on. Let me finish. We saw that Bosa. He don't even play for Ohio State anymore. Mm-hmm. Because he looked out for his best interest. Mm-hmm. Okay, Ed Oliver's looking out for his best interest. Mm-hmm. So it's not that I think he's disposable. My superstar player, he's done everything he can for me. He's made a decision.
Well, I wasn't thinking disposable. I was thinking that you can't do anything for me anymore. So therefore, nigga, you can't wear my jacket. That's how I'm looking at it, me personally.
No, I don't think you... I don't think that coach has looked at that man and said, you can't wear my jacket. I think that this is a rule.
That video looked like it. It did.
No, it looks like it looks like you have made a decision. You just said it. Ed Oliver is looking out for his best interest. And now I'm looking out for the interest of the respect of the rest of my team. That's all I think it is.
I think looking out for the respect of your team is seeing the people before you or before them, treat them fairly and treat them right as well.
Hey, man, Applewhite was a trash coordinator at Bama. He's a trash.
He won a championship, didn't he?
Thank you.
He was trash.
And he was great at Texas.
In spite of.
Nigga crazy.
Nah, he was okay.
Anyway, we saw that staying in Texas, man, staying in Houston, shit. The Rockets have parted ways with Carmelo Anthony.
Bye-bye.
Basically told his team in Houston that his time is over, and he's basically out. With Melo being out there in Houston, do you think that this is the end of the road for Carmelo Anthony? And what do you think of Carmelo Anthony's career thus far? Going from Denver, the Knicks, who else it was? The Thunder, and now the Rockets. What do we think of Carmelo's career? And do you think this is the end of the road? Is anybody else going to give him a shot?
I think somebody would give him a shot. I really think it's the end of the road of him being like Carmelo, which is it's crazy how he came in with LeBron only a year older than him and seeing like how their careers are at this time. But yeah, Carmelo, like you're a dinosaur. And I don't see where you're feasible at anywhere in the NBA at this time because you're a defensive liability. You only can shoot close to like deep mid-range. That's why you're so good in the Olympics because that's where the three-point line is. But I just don't think you're feasible or worth it for any NBA team right now.
I think it's over for the simple fact that I think he can go somewhere, but it won't be anywhere that matters. Like in Orlando or somewhere deep down somewhere who's going to finish 12th in their division, who doesn't matter. So, for that simple fact, I don't think that he would take that opportunity. He had a real nice career. He was one of the best scorers that we've seen, but we've always known he'd never played defense his entire career. So, go overseas, go to Canada, go to China, go to Japan, wherever there's a good league, make you $100 million, play 20 games and enjoy. But it's impressive that Atlanta paid this man $25 million to be there for 27 days.
But
he went.
But they knew that, and they was getting something out of it. They got some other stuff out of it.
27 days.
They knew he was never playing there. I mean, I seen that little ESPN stat, and we talked about ESPN stats.
They come up with one.
Yeah. So,
I think Melo has had an impressive career. Like, I mean, everybody don't get to be the LeBron, the 99-year superstar, all-star, all that. But I think Melo has been a prolific scorer throughout his career. I think everywhere he went from, well, especially early, Denver, the Knicks, he was a scorer. He put up points. Maybe not so much at the later part of his career. I don't know if it's over with. I don't know who would actually give him a shot. They may ask him to come off the bench. Is Melo comfortable with that? I doubt it. So, yeah. I think just overall his career, he had a very good career. We'll see what's in store for Melo after this. But he definitely robbed the bank because in Houston they gave him 187. You said Atlanta, but 100. But Houston gave him $100 and something odd $1 million.
No. That was 187,000 in Houston. The Knicks gave him like 150.
Somebody gave him something for nothing.
The Knicks
Yeah.
gave him 150 million.
Well, Atlanta gave him 25 for no game.
Right. 27
So my
days in
man,
the summer.
my
Which
man
he
been walking
has
around just because he
no
Carmelo.
game.
So hey, that speaks. I mean, that just speaks to what he's done prior to coming there.
Hey, but I ain't even gonna hold you up. Like, Carmelo has had a great career.
Yeah, he Hall of
Like,
Famer.
but I'm just saying, just like he went to New York, made what 125 M's just at New York. That nigga had the green light every night. Never was dependent on winning. He got to shoot every shot he wanted and go home to la.
Winning.
I call that a great career. I used to go to the gym and do just that. Shoot that bitch every time, no care about winning,
and never hit the backboard.
scoring. Hey,
Never hit the backboard. You about the worst basketball player I ever seen.
I had fun.
You might have
That
fun.
nigga say I had fun.
That's all
but
that
you
matters.
said winning, nigga. You didn't win.
No, but he didn't have to win in New York. Just like I ain't have to win in the gym.
He put up
You
buckets.
didn't
though.
have to
But like-
look,
but
you
like-
didn't have to look good though.
But like when y'all whack ass football players came in there, it was a different game.
You would
You
get
always
rough.
hated us though.
No,
Remember what he said on that previous podcast? Man, when the football player was gone, I used to at least talk to the women.
I can have fun.
I've never
then.
said that in life.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I said
I will remix it.
I
I
remember.
can't say what I said, but
Nah, say what you said.
nah, we good.
I remember what you said though, but
You remember what I
I
said?
remember exactly
Yeah.
what you said. You,
Okay.
You
He
waited.
said it.
You
Oh,
waited.
No, I ain't
You
say
waited,
that.
You waited here and you got the liquor.
Oh no, I got the liquor, but I also got something else. So
Gotcha. My nigga. I ain't gonna put you in that situation.
I will.
this nigga,
Say what you said.
Say it, nigga.
Nah, but,
weekly picks.
Yeah, moving on. We see the weekly picks. We got Oklahoma versus West Virginia, Michigan versus Ohio State, Washington versus Washington State, Florida versus Florida State, and Alabama versus Auburn. Where you going, Hoop?
Rivalry week. I say that word right.
Yeah,
Word.
rivalry week.
Right.
What the fuck else you want to say?
Rivalry week. That shit. Oh yeah, it's that week, man. And it was a lot more games we could have picked from because any of these games can always be a game. Oklahoma versus West Virginia. I know they say the Red River rivalry is best, or that rivalry word is a motherfucker.
I see it for you.
All that shit.
Stupid head ass.
Shut up, boy. Oklahoma, West Virginia.
That's
I'm going
That
upset.
nigga talked 38 seconds
Oklahoma,
and
West
ain't
Virginia.
even start with a prediction yet.
Oklahoma, West Virginia. Let me get my rivalries off,
God
cuz.
damn, boy, yeah, got sick and got stupid, didn't it?
That go
That
hand in
nigga
hand.
been a drill kitchen.
Hand in hand, goddamn.
Yes.
Oklahoma, fuck y'all. Oklahoma, number 6, Oklahoma versus number 9, West Virginia.
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
don't know
go
what it'll
upset.
be next week.
Yeah, it's probably they both won, so it's
Bro,
probably
just
gonna be
give a
same.
goddamn
Give the
prediction.
pick. God
Shit.
damn, fuck the ranking, man. Just give us the game.
Nigga, you shouldn't have said nothing then.
I never gave the ranking on purpose.
Man, this nigga having
We
a
don't
tough
know what
time.
it's gonna
Just
be.
shut the fuck up and let him do
He's
his
sick,
prediction.
y'all.
Hey,
Just forgive him.
Hey,
Get your joke off. I'm not even going to go ahead.
He
Go
can't
ahead.
now.
fuck you. Number 6, God damn it, Oklahoma versus number 9 as of today, Saturday, whatever the date is. West Virginia. I'm gonna go West Virginia, because I think Oklahoma's been playing with fire for too long, and it's time for them to get burned. So I'm gonna go West Virginia. 4, Michigan versus Ohio State. I'm gonna go Michigan because I like their defense. Ohio State didn't play so good against a subpar average 5-5 Maryland team today, but you know, games can be games and shit can happen. But still, I'm going Michigan. Washington State versus Washington. I like the mustache. And I like Leach, so I'm going Washington State over Washington. Florida State versus Florida, of course. Florida State pulled one off today, goddamn. They pulled off a good one that nobody expected them to win against Boston College today. Florida beat the shit out of children of the poor. I'm going Florida. Where they playing at? Florida State. We'll find out. Oh, shit.
Florida State, nigga.
That makes it tough.
No, I don't. You seen that stadium today?
For that game, it don't matter. It's going to be
It
packed.
don't.
I'm going to go Florida. Iffy with Florida. Alabama, Auburn. one of the biggest rivalries of any year, no matter what the rankings are. But Alabama looks like a different kind of animal, of course. Bama. Fuck y'all, but Bama.
I'm going to go West Virginia. Oklahoma, they always lose this type of game. Go Ohio State just to mix things up with Michigan. Don't really care about Washington or Washington State. So I'm going to go with the higher seed. I think Florida State.
You said high seed.
Who the highest seed?
The fuck kind of sport he watched?
We didn't say
seed. Whatever.
I ain't say no rankings, but nah, I'm gonna go to the highest seed. Nigga confused. Nigga just want to argue with me. Goddamn.
But the playoffs are seeded, so.
But we ain't talking about the playoffs right now.
When I
I'm
was
trying to goddamn that nigga tried to make something work.
All right, the higher ranking. Fuck y'all.
Who the higher ranking is?
Hey. Florida State. I'm actually gonna go with Florida State. They both trash. I mean, it's the trash playing the dumpster, but I'm just gonna go with Florida State. I think they can pull it off against a trash Florida team. Alabama, Auburn. I'm gonna go Alabama, but I think it's gonna be interesting. I will say that because I say that to say Alabama doesn't look focused, and today showed me that. Going into halftime, tied 10-10 with the Citadel. Shows me that you're not focused.
Don't forget the
And then they're looking towards Georgia, the playoffs, things like that. So I think it's going to be close. I would predict by halftime, Auburn might even be up, but then Alabama comes back. So that's my prediction.
Oklahoma, West Virginia. I'm going to go with, I'm not even going to debate it. I'm going with Will Grier. My man throwing that thing. He putting up big numbers. So I'm going to go with West Virginia in that one. Not even thinking about it. Florida State. I'm a Florida State fan. Been a Florida State fan since 92. Florida. I think Florida going to give it to us because they got the worst quarterback I've ever seen. What's the nigga name? Come on, man. What's Florida quarterback?
Light skin.
Man, if only we had somebody here else to Florida.
Felipe Franks. He's so sorry. I'm gonna get that shit to us because we trying to keep alive the bowl streak, and if we lose, we don't go to the bowl game. We have the longest active bowl streak in the country, so I'm going Florida State with that one. Michigan, Ohio State. Ohio State, man. I just never could like Ohio State. I liked them 1 year they had Eddie George, and then the year after that they had like Pepe Pearson or some shit like that. Yeah. I ain't liked them since then. I'm gonna go Michigan. I want to see Harbaugh. Everybody want Harbaugh out of there, so I'm gonna go with Michigan. And Alabama, Auburn. Alabama, shit, that's stupid to go with Auburn. Stedham just. He's good. I like everything that you get from Stedham. I just think that Alabama is just too much. Can't Get Right talked about Alabama. I think what you see with Alabama down the stretches, they just tired. You know what I mean? They get to the point where you beat up. This time of the year, you beat up. So you're not going to play like you did week 6, week 7. You know what I'm saying?
Still put up 50.
Yeah, you just start getting tired. But Auburn they don't have nothing that scares you. They got a pretty good, they're all right sometimes on defense, but I'm gonna go Alabama. That's my prediction.
We said the nigga name. What is he? What is his ethnicity?
Who?
Felipe.
Sar.
Gotta be a Mexican, right?
I don't give a fuck what he is. That nigga Sar.
He a white boy with black hair with a name, a Mexican
If your name Felipe, you better be Mexican.
I don't give a fuck what his name is. He just Sar. That's all I know.
Frenchman. Frenchie?
Oh, yeah, French. You gotta be other, some type of other.
Right. But moving on to the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Fucking dummy.
Dummy.
That nigga ain't got that clocked out, did it?
God damn, you just quit, didn't
That's that cold medicine.
Nigga, your drowsy ass, don't drive.
I was preparing to goddamn go off on this bitch while y'all talking.
What the fuck?
But
I ain't
you
gotta
was
say
supposed to
dummy.
say dummy.
That nigga didn't say nothing. He just
That nigga just fixing his head.
scratching his head. Stupid ass nigga.
Grandpa head.
Yeah. But moving on to the dumb of the week.
Dummy.
It's been that way.
We saw that I don't know who she is, what she do, how she live. I don't know shit about her. But basically, there was a woman that went viral this week, basically saying that if a man uses a credit card on a date, that he's broke, and that she will never go on a date with a man that uses a credit card, that it's totally unacceptable for a man to use a credit card on a date with her, that she doesn't appreciate it, that it's something that she doesn't do. What do you guys think about this shit? What do you look about this shit? What y'all opinions at? I'm gonna let y'all.
She's a fucking dummy. And she doesn't know how normal economics works. Hey, do you know that
Man,
I can pay all of
my... Wait.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about it. But let's just listen to what she said.
Yeah, go ahead. Play that shit, Dez.
All up on game real quick, ladies. Don't let these niggas play y'all. Don't let these niggas tell you he gonna take you on a date, and then when it's time to pay, you wanna pull out a fucking credit card like he a bro. Don't take me on no date if you don't got your own cash, if you don't got your own debit card. Don't take me on no date. That ain't taking me on no date pulling out your credit card. You taking me on a date with the government because you paying the government back for taking me on a date. So that means you ain't never take me on a date, so that means you owe me another fucking date.
So now that we goddamn dived into it, you was able to hear what she said, see what she said. Where we at?
Ratchet dummy. Fuck, I went from dummy to ratchet fucking dummy.
Dummy.
Do you hear yourself talking, man? Like, do you know that I can pay all of my bills with a credit card and simply pay that credit card off at the end of the month, and my credit is fucking amazing?
And do you know, like,
stupid.
We don't know if you could be building credit. Like, I could have the money in my pocket, but I choose to use my credit card, and the next day I just go pay it. Just for the fact of building my credit, stupid ass.
Do you not know this helps my chances of getting a house?
Right.
No, this is the woman that is not used to paying her bills on time.
Or paying her bills.
Or
At
paying
all,
her bills.
right.
Because if you pay your credit card bill on time, like there is no interest.
It helps you.
You're getting miles. Your score is getting higher. And like she probably don't deal with niggas that have a credit card.
And maybe this is a stretch.
She probably deal with cash only niggas.
The richest people in the world use credit, motherfucker.
Credit. And they pay that shit off the end of the month.
If you can get credit. So like shit,
She
it's
can't
a
get
feat to
credit.
be able to get credit.
She can't get it.
Fuck is she saying?
The person I know with the most money in my life pays everything with their credit card and pays the shit off the end of the month and goes on flights with the miles.
That's above her education level.
Right.
Of course, because
Like, you're an idiot, and then like it goes, and then women. Sometimes y'all are idiot too with these posts, because sometimes y'all posts is just as dumb as her. So like, don't be as dumb as her on like y'all Instagram posts.
I'm not gonna lump women in there. I'm just gonna say whoever you are,
her.
don't be a fucking
This
dummy like
motherfucker.
that dummy. Use credit, pay the credit off,
Yeah, yeah.
and get your fucking credit.
Because like, what's
But
the
credit is not bad.
America
guys.
is based off credit.
Right.
Motherfucker.
What's the problem with a credit? Like if you tell me I can't pay for a date with a credit card, then nigga, if you coming on a date with me, don't put on no makeup, don't put on no weave, don't put on nothing. Nigga, you come natural too, goddamn it. If you want me to goddamn use fucking cash, don't you come up in that bitch with no eyelash on. Don't come with none of that shit. Come as you are, motherfucker.
And that's
they
like
say
saying,
in church.
and whatever you do, don't ask for fucking credit for doing it. You cook, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You went to school, I don't give a fuck. You don't get credit
Hey,
for that.
She got the right kind of niggas, because with me,
Crazy,
she wouldn't get
goddamn.
credit for shit.
Hell no, you right.
But,
you ain't get no credit.
Somebody just thought about
But I
though.
washed all the laundry. Bitch, you don't get no credit.
Nah, you don't get no
I
credit.
did it. What the fuck you talking about? I did
But look
that.
though, like how did she know that the nigga was using a credit card? You know, the little bill come like
Shit
this.
look the same. It's
You
a
go in
Visa
your
card.
wallet and you put the card in there.
American
and close
Express.
My credit card is with my bank.
Yes.
The same place my debit card
Yes,
is with.
that does happen. Like, bitch, the shit just don't say credit. I ain't mean to call the bitch a bitch, but like, it just don't say credit card. Stupid bitch.
God damn, my nigga.
Nigga so
Dummy.
trash. But
Hey, but look,
but that's how we
look.
feel about her, because she that fucking dumb though. Like straight up. Like that was just stupid.
Dummy.
That just was a dumb ass shit to say.
And she probably ain't got no fucking dates.
And for that, you are the
The
dummy
dummy.
of the week.
Without
Dummy.
a date.
Dummy.
Stupid ass dummy.
Dummy.
Lonely ass Valentine's.
And yeah, man, I what the fuck? Y'all got anything else y'all want to add? I mean, shouts out to the people in the building, man. We got shouts out to my nigga Young Dez. We got Young Cuz in the building. Smoke just walked in the building.
I'm gonna take some Benadryl and go to fucking sleep.
Sleepy head. man.
Gosh.
Look at him.
Fuck that. I'm surprised.
Red-eyed.
I'm surprised I lasted this long, goddamn.
Now the
ain't
nigga
gonna lie.
boss want to go out. You acting like
Look, he
Todd
want to wait till
last
the
week.
end of the podcast to offer.
I'm coaching. I'm coaching when y'all walk in the building.
Look, he want to offer an excuse
Right.
as to why he sound like he sound his whole
Big
podcast.
trash all podcast.
Been trash all podcast.
I'm a real nigga. All podcast, every podcast.
He been trash. Now he gonna
Real
try to act
goddamn.
like he was sick.
They hate.
Nah, nigga.
That nigga put that shit on extra. I'm just glad to be here.
I'm just gonna take some.
I had a
shit.
fake-
What that nigga say? I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm here. Nigga, you
I don't
just
know what
sick.
you're talking about.
Nigga, you trash.
I am thankful for him. He'll goddamn somebody, you know what I'm saying, pass away from that shit. Yeah, I'm surviving it.
Man, nigga, you ain't sick. That nigga went to the gym 5-6 days.
damn.
That's what real niggas do, boy.
Nigga
You go
had
to
the sniffles and took
you
out work
sweat
a
that
whole
shit
week.
out. The whole week, that shit was so relaxing, boy. I
Right.
wouldn't sleep
What shit
whenever I
wrong
want.
with you?
Nigga
I
had
couldn't
a
sleep though,
Netflix.
goddamn. I'm coughing all night. That shit terrible, boy.
Well, anywho, we'll be back next week with episode 11.
smoke
And
come
we'll
from,
be back
goddamn.
like we never left. You
Smoke creeping.
dig?
Dummy.